You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
What are you thinking?
All right, let me talk. Enough out of you. We have to do an introduction before you open your mouth.
Sounds good.
All right, so be quiet. Okay. Jeez. Welcome to SmackDown After Show on AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm RicDrasin.com. Posting today with, we've got the same people back over and over because we love them so much. And it's hard to find really gorgeous women who are talented, that can speak well, and have a brain, who are slightly dizzy once in a while. But we do have Patricia Summerland back. Sunny from Glow. She hasn't been feeling too well, but I think I'll be able to fix her up a little bit with the Ric HMI. So
nothing like good humor.
No, Dr. Ric's pretty good with the women.
That's what I hear.
And the doctor is in right now.
The doctor is in, and he's going to stay in for at least an hour and a half.
Happens to be real close.
Very. Just don't sit back. Anyway, it's great you're back.
Thank you.
We've had some comments about you on YouTube that they really like you, that you're part of the show, and
great.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Me too.
That's so good. Jeez. And who do we have across from us, Patricia? Would you like to introduce them?
This is our first time here. We're a little nervous.
We have a couple of the guys that their hair is almost as long as mine, if not longer, but they're just adorable.
We just cut it.
And they look slightly different today, which I like. One's really clean cut with the blue hat turned back. And the other one, Shane we have, and Shannon, the Ballard brothers.
Shannon actually,
thank you.
Shannon actually has facial hair like you.
Darn, I thought I took care of that.
No, that's okay.
I mean, it's still showing.
We're glad you're back, but we're also glad that you're front too.
Oh.
Oh, that was real original.
He wrote that. He's got that on his notes.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So let's get into this, that we can get into something else after. You want to get this out of the way so you can get to the good stuff. Some of this was good. Some of it was okay. Some of it was so-so. But you have to understand something. That all of us here are experienced wrestlers. We've been wrestling for a good amount of our lifetime. And we view this, for you people out there who view this, we view this different than you do. You're viewing as fans and spectators. We're viewing as critiqued wrestlers who see things and see flaws. And we're not really tearing the show down. We're just analyzing and pointing out things that we don't like or things that we do like. So it doesn't mean it's bad and doesn't mean it's good. It just means it's our own opinion, not to be taken seriously with the establishment here, because it's our opinion, not theirs.
Well said, Rick.
We've also trained, all of us have also trained people that are actually on there now.
Yes,
so
we have.
We're going to be very meticulous with them.
So when you see some of these people that train with us, when they go to WWE has its own method of training, and they take things that we've done and then they improvise and turn them around. So everybody's pretty much doing the same thing. If you watch the matches, it's almost the same moves. They take a lot of the selling out, they put something else in, they do the drama, they do behind the scenes. But basically what we do when we wrestle and when we train is old school selling, and that's what wrestling was based on, and now it's been moved around a little bit. However, I think it's going to come back around again.
I hope they incorporate that old school wrestling.
It would be ultimate fighting style.
Yeah, they're starting to call, even on the promos on the other night on SmackDown, they were calling fights. We're going to have a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight. It's a wrestling show. Or it's an entertainment show now, but it's based on wrestling. It's not based on fighting.
Right.
Fighting was a boxing match when they had the knockout the other night. Did you see that on TV?
I did. That was pretty brutal.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised, Pacquiao. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a fight.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had, we can start with the opening, which was not Ms. TV this time.
No, it wasn't. But are you talking about when they went into CM Punk tearing his meniscus, or are you fast forwarding past?
Oh no, let's start with
What's that?
Okay.
I always had like a breakfast cereal. What the heck is that? Meniscus.
In reality, the meniscus is the hind tooth on an elephant.
We've actually both torn our meniscus as well.
I think mine is right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, mine is as well.
Yeah.
Mine is a cuss. Where is that at? What bones?
It's in your knee.
It's the side of the knee.
You're kidding. Well, I probably got a few of them back in my time.
A few knees?
A few of those too. They've grown like cauliflower ear. Instead it's the knee.
It's either in your knees or nephews. I'm not quite sure where. So what happened with him? When did he tear the meniscus?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he probably tore it beforehand, and this was the way to segue into like giving him the time off so he can recover. A meniscus is not actually it's not too critical. It's maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks recovery, if even that.
Yeah, it's probably arthroscopic. They probably just went and snipped the torn meniscus and
the torn meniscus.
Thank you, Shane Ballard.
Right.
Dr. Shane.
Doctors are in the house today. I like that.
He gets so embarrassed, it's unbelievable.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. Okay. So now should we go into Booker?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because Booker's Booker.
He is a booker.
Booker is the Booker.
Right. How you doing?
And he said something that was really funny. He said it was his responsibility. It's a responsibility. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, he starts the show with the promo, and then which they always start the show. They never really start the show with a wrestling match. It's
No,
always
never.
a promo. But I can kind of see how it's like they need to segue. I mean, like every show is different, so they need to like let you know what's happening later on, but that's something they should do in house shows, but they actually never do, which is kind of weird, ironic.
How can they do it in a house show?
Weird and ironic.
Come out and just say, oh, well, we have this as a main event, and like, I mean, come out and start the house show with
all
a
right.
quick promo.
Well, I'll tell you exactly why.
Why?
Have you seen the announcers they use on house shows?
No.
Well, that's
yes,
why.
you have.
Yeah.
They're at every house show you work on. They're all idiots.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, actually, there's actually a few rare exceptions.
Very, very rare, because most of them are oversized marks who just happen to be there. Right?
But we like you guys. Come on. They do the best they can, and they try to be funny and light and.
But they're not.
Whatever.
They're not an announcer quality to talk about a soap opera.
Plus, they should be. Most of them are out there like telling one-liners, like they're Jackie the Joke Man. Or something.
I know.
Yeah, they do that too.
So Booker made a match while he was there. Of course, it wasn't.
But he also said there's a no contact clause between the Big Show and Sheamus because of what had happened before, where Big Show came out of his tour bus or whatever it was he was, and Sheamus attacked him and threw him on all the plant cars where you could tell like no one was driving those cars. They got towed in there. They didn't even run.
I know.
It's like
I had a note about that too, because it was a fight. It was a horrible fight.
Yeah,
these punches that go across the head and don't make any contact, at least clean them up and make them look good for us.
Especially, if it's going to be,
They don't even do that much. They go past it. They go past the head with the forearm. And for you people out there watching, again, it's not that we're trying to put them down, but let's be realistic. If you're going to have a fight, make it look like a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a fight to me. I mean, we see some of the old school wrestlers take it out in the audience, and they look believable. These guys do it, and it's just like, come on, nothing's ever going on.
No.
Coming off a chair and going to a car. I mean, please. It doesn't, there's no selling.
Yeah, I mean, we shed some real blood and real scratches and real knocks and when we wrestled in the ring.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. So that kind of led nowhere. But
they've done, well, what I'd like to say is they've done better.
Yes.
I've seen those two like pretend they were going at it, and the one segment that they did in England in the pub looked a lot better.
It was more realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it led to Booker T saying there will be a contract signing tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
In this very ring.
Yeah.
In that very ring.
Very ring, yeah.
So then actually it happened. The contract signing, Big Show comes out. And then Sheamus comes out, and they're kind of taunting each other about who's going to hit who. But then I thought it was really funny. It was and clever how Sheamus signed first, and And then as a Big Show, he wanted to look at it, so he tipped the table over on him and then signed really quick. So when he jumped off and he wanted to hit him, he couldn't.
He couldn't.
Yeah, that was pretty clever.
That was good.
I laughed on that.
Yeah,
I was falling asleep and I LOL.
And you woke up and laughed, LOL'd, or LMAO?
No, it wasn't
not that. Not that
bad.
Okay,
no.
darn.
Yeah.
There was a funny little skit.
Yeah.
Did you laugh?
No.
Okay.
Did you laugh?
Yeah.
No. I'm laughing right now.
Well, she always
At us or with us?
I'm always laughing at you.
I figured.
I also think that, I think I said this last time, if we're going to talk to each other on mics, why don't they just do an overhead boom where they can control, can be a little animated. But the mic, everybody grabs a mic to talk to each other 2 feet away. Yeah. I know that's so the audience can hear, but still, come on. Do a boom mic. And that has nothing to do with wrestling. It's just, that's production.
Rick.
That's production. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So that leads into the first match.
Okay, let's go into the first match, because I have some comments about that.
Oh, I would love to hear them.
I know you will, and you will.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead.
That brings out Daniel Bryan, because Big Show's already in the ring.
Right, okay. I got that down here.
So one thing that Big Show actually did that I really enjoyed was Daniel Bryan was giving him the leg kicks,
yes,
and then he cut him off with something. It might have been a headbutt or something, and then he started like holding his leg, like getting some blood back in the leg, and like letting the fans know those leg kicks really hurt. Because oftentimes wrestlers will take all the kicks and then cut them off and then pretend it never happened.
Always.
So then, as a fan, like now, if I'm able to separate myself as a trainer and someone critiquing.
Stop right there.
Okay.
You separated yourself. You're right beside yourself.
Oh,
well, who got the who's the better half?
I have no idea.
Oh.
All right, go on.
Just say both, Rick. Both.
Both is a correct answer.
These two halves don't even make a whole.
Hold on, like 3/4?
They make three. No, we make 3.
Okay. So go ahead about that. That's interesting.
So watching it in a fan's perspective, like I would believe that those leg kicks actually hurt and they did a little damage, so that's why he's doing them.
He had very believable offense, like Daniel Bryan. His stuff is really believable because, I mean, that's what you do if you had to go up against a guy that size. Look at, like, even back in the UFC when they'd have the no weight clause, and the little guys would just try to chop away at the big guys, give them a kick, run away, give them a kick, use their quickness. That's what he was doing.
You always use the foundation to knock it out from underneath them. They always go for the legs first. However, his chops on Big Show were horrible.
Yeah.
They were
I don't think Big Show likes taking chops, nor does he like taking punches, because he always puts his hands up.
I know. He shies away from them.
Yeah.
Actually, if we do fast forward to the very end,
we can't do that yet. We have to work with the middle for a minute. Come on.
Okay. But
this is
Big Show's chest was red.
This is not speed dating.
Yeah. Oh, I wish it was.
I know. But his chops were low. His chops were down here, and his chest was red.
Yeah. But then again, Daniel Bryan's about 5'8".
Yeah, he's rather. That's what I was going to say. He's huge, and they compare.
Yeah.
So maybe he was trying to chop his chest, but
he couldn't reach
it. Yeah,
that's my point. If you can't do it, then don't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Make
it look believable.
Jump up and do it.
Yeah.
Well, he did jump up and do it, but he still couldn't reach him. So that kind of come back with chops. I'm not crazy about chops anyway. I think that elbows and punches look better. Chops today, no one does them right. Yeah. And a lot of guys just throw them and they slap the chest, and that's not going to hurt. I mean, it stings you, so what? It's not going to set you back at all. It's just going to make you angry. It's like teasing a rattlesnake.
That's a good analogy.
Yes, it is, because I said it. So anything more about that match?
The Shield came out.
Well, jumping out. I was gonna say that it had good psychology as far as little man, big man.
Yeah, it did.
Good psychology. Okay, now go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can speak now.
Composure now.
Shane.
Okay.
Go ahead, Shane. It's your turn.
Shane.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
The Shield came out and after the choke slam off the top rope for the win, which was actually pretty good, but I figured, like, he babied him down a little bit more. I figured it would have been better. I know Daniel Bryan could take that if he would have just basically launched him from there, but he kind of babied him down, so it didn't look as impressive.
Yeah.
But then, of course, Shield hits the ring and attacks Daniel Bryan.
Right.
Here comes Kane in for the big save.
Right.
Boom. And then powerbomb through the table on Kane.
Right.
So they're really pushing the Shield right now.
I know they are. It's like the A-team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's the face? Which one's BA?
Yeah. I know BA.
I know a few BAs too.
It's kind of a unique setup with them. I mean, the guys are good and they're doing something with them, but I hate match interference. It's like, come on.
Well, the one guy's so plain, the blonde guy. I'm not familiar with their names. I know they said their names, but I didn't really.
Dean Ambrose?
You know what that reminds me of? This is an analogy, and it pertains to the show, so I'm going to say it. It's really not getting off topic. When you have a run-in like that on every match, it's like having sex and having a bodyguard by the door, and he always comes in before the finish. You want it on the phone. You know, I mean, come on. Let's finish the match, because they do this every time. I want to see where it's going to...
That's always the goal, is to finish, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
But let it ride a little bit long. What was that?
Whoa, what do we got over here?
You got to ride the wave. You don't want to crash and dive. But they do that all the time, and it's like either that or it'll go to commercial.
Yeah.
You know, when you're watching something, and for the sponsors, going to commercial is great because they have your attention, and that's why they do it. But it also pisses people off because I'm watching a damn show. I want to see them wrestle. I don't care about the commercial.
Yeah, I fast forward to them.
Yeah, but it's because you recorded it. But if people watching it,
oh yeah, you cheat, DVR, you pass those commercials.
Well,
so do I too.
Nowadays with the technology,
stop
if you wait
hair,
a few
please.
minutes to watch it, I guess you can.
Don't be jealous because you don't have any.
All right, so I mean, the finish was good. I mean, the table, the whole thing was good. That's what they wanted to do, and so they did it.
Yeah.
They did it. They did it.
They did it
well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Good and well. I guess
what do you
it's
think
okay.
about Kane losing like that? I mean, taking the beating like that.
Kane's huge.
For them to put over the Shield like that, they need to do something really phenomenal with them because they've already just like destroyed. And it's not like something Kane can't come back from, or none of these guys can come back from. But they're making these guys like they are unstoppable because there's 3 of them, and you can't do anything with them. And Kane, who's usually like the one that he'll bump 3 guys around, or who was it? Wasn't it Big Show beat 3 guys, or Ryback beat 3 guys? Recently?
I think it was both. Yeah,
and they weren't even like jobbers. They were like 2, or it was 2 guys. I think it was Primo and Epico. Or, so, like, and if he could beat 2 guys,
and it was also prime time, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But can't. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and he could beat those 2 guys, but these guys can't.
I know.
Can't beat the 3 Shield guys. So, I think they're really like backing themselves into a corner with this whole Shield thing.
Yeah, I like to think of Kane as like Jason from Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Who just keeps going.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers. He just Michael Myers. Yeah, just keeps going, just keeps going, just keeps. You know the mask he wears?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
It was inspired by the Michael Myers, the original one.
But the white mask, you know what that is?
Oh, that's Captain Kirk.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Right. I'm a huge Halloween
They made
fan.
a face mask of him. They didn't use it, so they used it for a monster.
Right.
They just painted it white.
Well, all 3. I would like to see all 3 in one. So yeah, the monster machines like Ryback and Kane. And the Big Show, put all the massive guys on one side, and then put all the little ones, and just have them go at it like a Texas tornado. That'd be sort of
So
cool.
you're talking like 30 people versus 3?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
like,
all the massive.
The movie 300.
It might kind of be fun.
It would be sort of funny.
Yeah.
You know,
but they don't have abs.
Entertaining.
No.
She's texting on the phone.
Yeah, but don't text when we're talking, please.
Yeah.
Unless it's me. Okay, so then we had Sandow. With his little gimmick.
With his segment number 2, the Apprentice Challenge.
Yeah.
I did notice now the plants out there all come out, and they have to have one of the WWE Superstar shirts on. That's like the new thing. Hey, nobody will know they're a plant if they're wearing a WWE t-shirt.
Let's throw a...
Right.
And
who did he have on there? He had Santino Marella.
Yeah.
Let's throw a Santino shirt on this guy right here.
Sure, the Rick's Corner shirt on him.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, that.
I mean, it's like he's going to do this every week now, but it's getting kind of old already.
Same thing. 3 questions. It's interesting to see what the questions are because you kind of like, okay, well, what's he going to ask? It's like, I think he does a very good job.
He does a great job at it.
It's funny, like some of the little things he says, and there you just like, it'll crack you up.
Don't touch me with those hands.
Yeah, you'll LOL. Yeah. But not LMAO.
No, not even.
You can see it's coming to where eventually someone's going to answer that 3rd question.
That's I was just going to say
that. It'll be a guy that's a Handsman guy that's actually they're bringing up. And he's going to start a feud with him.
No, he won't feud him. He'll be his apprentice.
Yeah, he'll have the answer.
Yeah.
It'll be Austin.
You know what?
It'll be Austin.
Austin will have the answer.
There you go.
There's another. You know who else will have the answer?
Yeah.
Who's going to look it up real quick and Google it?
Oh, Ryan.
He'll have
that one's for you, Ryan.
Yeah, he would. He'd be his apprentice.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I thought it was well put together. There's really no place else to go with it until they actually get a real apprentice to come and
to me it's sort of quirky and corny, but whatever.
Well, then the Miz came in.
Yeah, really embarrassed him.
Oh, the Miz.
It sets up a program. I mean, that was like, let's start a program with the Miz and Sandow.
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? Oh, let's have the Miz come out and embarrass him.
Exactly.
It's like kind of a cheesy way to go into a program, but I guess effective.
That's exactly what it is, though.
Yeah, it's a program. They're gonna start a program together.
Okay.
Are you cold?
Oh, it's just a bit.
What?
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, you're on.
Put it this way,
are you
Marissa.
cold?
If the snowman was in here, he's
Put
gonna.
the microphone by your mouth.
It's not gonna melt.
What?
It's kind of cold.
Yeah,
It is kind of cold.
It's a bit frilly.
It is.
Chilly.
It's almost wintertime, though.
Burr.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so now we have Brodus.
Ooh, Brodus.
Yeah, which was odd.
Beefcakes.
Do you notice he did do the little sigh move out there? Did you guys see that? Anybody read? You know.
He's so cool.
Do the dance first.
Do it.
Really
Do
quick.
it.
Do
go.
it.
Stand up and do it.
Yeah, do the whole dance.
So he comes out. I like his girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls, yeah.
Well,
I like it
again, it's
when they
getting a
put
little
their butts
but
together
whatever,
and they
yeah.
come up together.
Maybe they should change them and get a new
Well, it's
crew.
like a Las Vegas act.
Kind of, sort of.
But the kids love it.
Yeah,
Because-
and yeah, it's a great entrance.
Yeah, they go home and talk about it. Now, honey, close your eyes when those girls come out. Don't pay attention to their butts. Sure.
I have
Stare at the floor.
I have a note
Right.
here with the match. Is anything in the match that you saw that you didn't like?
I did actually.
I'm just gonna say before we even start the match, it's just to me. I just wrote down it's disastrous on paper. Disastrous.
Yeah, it was.
Just once I saw a 3-man band and then I see Brodus Clay with the Usos, I'm like, this is disastrous. Should I watch it? I was like, my hand was on the fast forward
Did
button,
you?
but no, I did watch it.
Well,
I
first
like
of all,
those brothers, though.
they're good. But first of all, they're jumping jacks, jumping beans. But there was no wrestling.
No,
It was all spots, and there was no selling.
no, there wasn't on that one.
And it was punches and punches and kicks and punches and spots and jumping, but no wrestling, no selling. And this is a wrestling show.
Yeah, there was nothing special with that match, but in their defense, I don't think they give them enough time for a proper 6-man match, so that's probably why they did it.
There's no time for selling. There always is. I
mean,
think
these
they
guys
should.
are all trained for that. They're all trained to sell and to wrestle, but they don't do it.
This is what we've all been trained to do. And that's what you want to see.
That's why I didn't like the match.
They could have
personally
arranged it better, so they could have actually had it make a little more sense and have it so jumbled as it was.
It was jumbled, exactly. It was like a board game. Do that again.
Like what?
You get the whistle in your nose again.
No, I don't.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear
Just go
it.
like this. There it is.
No, that's a microphone.
Not a whistle. That's a breath.
And that's a
Poor
C.
guy has to breathe. Maybe not.
That's Marissa
Just
in the
hold
back.
your-
She's sleeping.
I know. She's over there dozing.
That's a C minor.
Can somebody rate and comment on that?
No,
Yeah.
Since I brought that up, we actually have to talk about iTunes.
Oh, yes.
And we want people to go on to iTunes. They want us want them to rate us and comment because we need exposure like this, right?
Yes.
What else do they do on there? It only
So
takes a
please
minute.
do.
It only takes a minute. They tell a friend.
Yeah.
Tell them to tell a friend.
Tell many friends.
I think my nose whistle will be actually on iTunes. You could download it and listen to it while you're at the gym, and then rate and comment on
you
it
can
when you get
download
home.
our show, which is probably one of the biggest formats or platforms for us, and then you can rate and comment and tell a friend. If you don't tell a friend, go out and tell a stranger.
Yeah.
And then the stranger will become your friend, and you can listen to iTunes together.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
Right. It's a holiday season,
And
right?
it's the holiday season. And iTunes, at that point, when you tell a friend, you sit down, you share coffee, you have iTunes, it becomes WeTunes.
and then the Me
That's
Tunes.
right.
And then you get somebody like Patricia sitting there, it becomes Looney Tunes.
And then he and she and you're the loony.
I said I am. Sometimes
Right.
I am. I
And
know
with
that.
only 337 more shopping hours left till Christmas, I mean, why not?
They could be
why
the
not?
Goonies, the
Yeah.
Goonie brothers. Yeah. Well,
All right, so enough with iTunes. Now we have Orton versus Wade.
ooh.
And Kofi ringside.
He did have a very short promo too, right before that, like
Wade Barrett promo, yeah.
20-second.
I know. I was fast forwarding so quick.
I put that SOS.
That one I
next to
would.
that. You know what that stands for? What does that stand for? Guess.
Calling out for help. I don't know.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's
No.
right.
Well, no.
Appropriately.
I know what it meant. I know what it meant when I was in the Army.
Oh, it can mean a lot
What
of
did it mean in
things.
the Army?
It was a dinner food or breakfast food we had. SOS meant shit on a shingle. Chip beef on toast.
Oh, and that is good.
It is.
Oh
but
my God.
It is what it's really called. It was on the menu.
Okay, it's same
Yes.
Old store
Stuff.
Sex.
Oh.
Wow, we know where her head
Whoa.
is.
Yeah. It is.
Okay, well.
Why don't you want to come sit over here between us?
It is the same old stuff.
Yeah, it is. It was the same old thing.
If you see one match like that, they're all the same.
Yeah, well, his promo was this. I'm gonna do this. Like nothing different. You could take a mixture of all his promos and they're exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Same old story. That's what I would say.
Yes.
Well, Orton and Wade Barrett are both good wrestlers in their own right.
I like Orton.
But the matches don't do anything for me.
Also, don't forget, Kofi Kingston was on commentary, so.
He already said that.
I said that. Where
he
were
was
you?
on the
I didn't write it.
sidelines.
It was in my
It's
notes.
okay.
You know what I did notice is during that match they showed like somebody was up on the top. It might have been Orton. I think it was Orton, and they showed the crowd, and they had like the entire top tarped off, and there was so many empty seats. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but
No, I didn't.
There's a lot of empty seats in the house that night.
I didn't either. I think I fast forwarded.
Well, I'll tell you why. Why I think. Right now everybody's doing on their Christmas rush. They're not going to events. They're not doing anything.
Right.
They're just spending their money on Christmas, and so these events when they can't get the audience in, it's just too hard right now.
It's like even for indie shows, people always go, "What do you think about if I run a show in December?" I'm like, "Why?"
No.
People don't want to spend their money on a wrestling match. They got to buy presents and.
That's right.
And more presents.
Yeah.
If you've been naughty or nice.
Yeah.
Nice or naughty, or in your case over there, hey, sex. I don't know how that SOS.
Well, I kind of like
I'm gonna,
the apple doesn't far too fall from the tree.
Exactly.
Oh, look at Rick's just like he's like
Watch where you drop your apple seeds.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say about that match?
I did notice that for the cutoff when he went to throw Orton over the top. Orton like pre-jumped, so it looked so planned.
I saw that.
Like he was going down and Orton was going up before he even got to him. So that's the one thing I did notice about that one of the slip-ups they had.
I did see that.
Okay.
I thought it was a decent match. Like nothing so far. Like the entire show, there was really nothing very spectacular. Nothing. Everything was really mediocre. It was just kind of like in the middle. Like nothing special about this match. Kofi gave the assist afterwards to set up him versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental. I mean, the match was just set up to promote at their TLC, which I think TLC, I think it's a horrible idea for a pay-per-view.
Oh, I don't
mean,
like
just
that at all.
Awful, really awful. They took something that meant something at one time, just like ECW. They when they bought ECW, they completely destroyed it. It was
even taking it out of its own venue because that place itself drew a crowd.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a ghost of its former self.
You can't take a Chevy and make it a Ford.
No.
You can't take ECW and make it WWE. It doesn't even have the same thing. Yeah. It's a different menu entirely.
Yeah, it's like taking like a 1968 Chevy Camaro and putting up against one of these new little like rocket cars, and it's like, let's just say they were going and one smash into the other, the Camaro would be fine.
How about the smart car? That's not very
oh, that wouldn't be too smart if you got hit by a truck, would it?
Right, you'd think.
They say, oh, it has 6 airbags. The 6 airbags aren't going to do anything. As the fender of the truck is embedded into your entire.
Well, it's
right
smart
side
dumb.
of your body.
It's like the self on the drive.
The thing with it being all the same, it gets back to the same thing I said in the beginning of the show. There's no selling. And with these two guys doing what they're doing and taking a beating like that, there's got to be some repercussion. Now, they must be doing this for kids. I don't know what.
I think so. I think it's geared more like that is their target audience right now is kids.
And you fans who watch this, I know you enjoy it. I know you. A lot of times I see you guys looking away or not even watching the match.
On their phones.
Yeah, if you were to watch this, if you were to watch this and put in old school selling to what they do there, it would really mean something to us anyway, because then we believe it. But I don't believe it. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, like last show that match that I think it was I know Alberto Del Rio was in it, but That was a fantastic match. They had selling.
It was really
they
good.
actually gave. It was Cena.
Yeah.
It was
John Cena.
Cena.
And they gave him a lot of time. There was selling. There was everything. It's like tonight. It's like if you give people more time to wrestle, they can. It's like you're giving them, like. You're not like putting up a drawing and saying, here, just fill this in really quick as fast as you can. You're giving them like a blank canvas and saying, make some beautiful art.
Well, that's what it is, yeah.
They're not doing that. They're just saying, here, you know what, this has already been drawn out for you, and color it in however you like, but don't use purple or green. Or yellow.
Or magenta.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay, you thought the Brodus match was bad, and the next one coming up was even worse.
Oh, yes.
Did you want to just skip that one entirely?
Fast forward.
Well, we have to mention it because it's on the show, but it's not worthy of a mention. You didn't see this one.
I didn't.
Get this. It's the Great Khali versus Primo, and then they have two girls.
No. It was Khali and Hornswoggle versus Primo and Epico, who were a great tag team brothers. They come from.
They're good.
Yeah, they could work.
Yeah, they're good, but they weren't used properly.
So what was the problem? Yeah, there must have been.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a giant and a midget.
Yeah, and then they have.
Why are they pairing Khali? Yeah, and
they have
like this.
Natalie Neidhart coming out, and she's supposed to be like, I don't know, in love or enamored by the Great Khali.
Yeah.
And then Rosa Mendez came out with them, and then there's that whole little girl fight thing that didn't mean anything. Like, it was just thrown in there because they were out there.
I didn't mind watching it, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we don't care about you.
There was like a tackle, a couple of shots, and she gets off her and goes around.
They had a high spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
You remember the high spot?
Yeah.
Leapfrog and clothesline.
Yeah, that's right.
Khali's so stiff in the ring, like as far as moving around.
Yeah.
I mean,
A poor guy. Yeah, I mean, you could just tell like he's miserable with every step.
Like even when they're bumping and feeding. He's not even moving. I mean, he's barely pivoting. They have to run around to him, so he doesn't even really have to get himself in position.
Yeah, Primo and Epico were just dancing around him that night.
And that's what it was meant to be. But
poor Primo and Epico. I mean,
could you imagine them like backstage when they see that they have to work? They're probably like,
yeah.
And Hornswoggle, and then taking the fall from Hornswoggle. I mean,
that was really something.
Now Primo and Epico, unfortunately, are now residing in Job City.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because
jobber. That means they don't win matches.
They don't win matches. They don't win matches.
And it's not a jawbreaker.
No, jobber. Job.
It's just too bad. It was a very, very weird match.
She's probably got, when you say job, she's got something else on her mind. What? I mean, work. Like, like a 9 to 5.
Right. Working 9 to 5.
Well, that's what jobbers are. They just work.
Yeah, that's true.
But Hornswoggle, come on.
I know.
He takes the match.
Hornswoggle. I'd like to kick him. I had to get in there and just kick him once really hard.
He's got like a weird...
And then pick him up and throw him and then surf on his back and do the sunny
The way he falls and like topples over, he's got like this weird leg thing where it's like he looks like he's like...
legs. He's so funny.
It's like one of those, like, remember Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down?
Yeah.
I bet a lot of the listeners who were born like after 1970 probably don't know. After 1971, don't know much about that.
Well, we just gave ourselves away, didn't we?
Yeah.
81 we went to.
I mean, yeah. 81.
Yeah, you could say that.
How about the promo with Cesaro and R-Truth? That was next.
Yeah, I thought it was
R-Truth.
Oh, wait, you forgot. Before that, let's do a little rewind. They had the Shield promo.
Oh, that's
where they commandeered, like a camera was just back there, and then they took it and turned it towards them. It was kind of like an interesting concept where you don't remember that? Were you fast forwarding it too fast?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And they just did a promo, and everything was kind of repeated a little bit, and they said they were the Shield and that they're fighting injustice in the WWE. And man, I just want to see where this goes. I was kind of like, what? You have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. How does it work?
You just go on that door right there. Yeah.
How does it work?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, and there's a handle on it that you flush. Put some spray. There's some spray in there too. Did you locate the spray?
All right, come on. Let's get back to this. You guys are getting off topic.
So that was it. Pretty much it. The whole Shield promo. That was it.
Okay, that didn't really matter to me.
You're doodling over here.
With Cesaro and R-Truth.
I actually, when they showed Dusty Rhodes, when he was talking about the American Dream, I was like, oh, that'd be funny if they showed Dusty. And then as soon as I thought that, up popped Dusty Rhodes on the Titantron. I pop for that.
That's funny that they would do that.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
It's clever what they're doing. The U.S. Championship. He's he's denouncing America, putting it down, and R-Truth now is defending America. So I mean, it's been done before, but
Over
I mean,
and over.
I think it seems like the crowd got into it, and that's always kind of the key. If the crowd could follow that, and of course there will be chants of USA during that match.
Well, because you're always going to get new fans that haven't done that before.
Exactly.
So they're going to do it again and again and again and again.
Like I thought
Cesaro could make that work. I mean, he really the way he does it. I mean, he gets people to hate him. He's really good at what he does.
Yeah, and that's a good wrestler, by the way.
people hate us. We don't even get them to. We don't even try. I don't know
I kind of started already from his side now. I'm just kidding.
I personally enjoyed. This actually got me excited, like about the upcoming match. Like on paper, R-Truth versus Cesaro. What are you drawing over there?
Cesaro.
Nothing. I'm making notes.
Oh
Yeah.
R-Truth and Cesaro, like to me on paper, so I'm just like that would be like on a pay-per-view. If that was on, I would go and like eat pizza or like whatever I needed to make. Open a bottle of wine, whatever I needed to do, I would do it during that match. But the power of this promo, like. R-Truth really seemed into it when he was talking about America and like how no, this is what
hard workers.
Yeah, they're hard workers. This is what they do. It was like he was kind of like
So he was believable.
Yeah, he was believable.
Okay.
And he was kind of focusing on like the middle class and the people that are suffering now because I mean where we're at in the economy. And he's like, no, I'm one of them. And so you get behind him. You got behind him. And then Cesaro came out and like.
He's good.
Denounced
I like
him a little
Cesaro.
more. Denounced America a little more,
Yeah, I
and
like
the
him.
people.
Oh yeah.
So it made for an interesting match. Like on paper, not a very good match, but watching this promo, as a fan, it would excite me now to see this match.
Yeah, you want to see him get his comeuppance. So.
Well, they've worked together, so I mean they're good. They're both good.
Yeah.
Well, now we're down to the main event.
The main event,
all
match number
right.
5. Only
Let's
5
go.
matches tonight.
Yeah.
Wasn't the tag match the main event? In your eyes?
The Hornswoggle.
The
that
middle,
should have been the main event.
Going right.
Because that meant I could go home early.
I don't know. I don't know how they followed that match. I mean, could you imagine them looking at the paper in the back and going, oh, I got to follow this?
I wonder what people think when they see that match and they think, we booked this thing. What are they thinking?
We need everybody's on vacation because it's Christmas time. People are hurt. What are we gonna do?
I think the Musketeers booked that one.
Probably.
Well, okay, so Del Rio and Sheamus. I don't know what to say. I mean, they're good, but
Del Rio's really good. I'm just getting
Del
tired
Rio
of Sheamus.
and Sheamus is too. What happened? What's the dislike in this?
it's just the same old stuff.
Yeah, you've seen them all type of, on his matches.
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over. If they mix it up with different people, it's better, but it's the same moves, I mean, and again, to you fans, I know it's all new to you and you guys love it, but we've seen this for so many years that when you see it, it's like, okay, show us something different. If we were a panel of judges, well, we actually are today. We were a panel of judges.
On the scale.
And we're rating these guys, and we watched them, we would say, show us something we've never seen. And when you go on acting interviews and you're auditioning for a film and you go and you read your lines, they're always looking for something they've never seen. They want to see something different come out of the actor, and they want to see something different come out of the wrestler. It's the same thing here. Show us something you haven't done before. It's always the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's hurry through the spots and hurry through this and hurry through that. 15 drop kicks and 10 body slams. The guy gets up and keeps going. And when you can't do that. Right?
I went saw a match way back when at the Olympic Auditorium where someone gave 3 body slams and then pinned him. And it's like, I was a kid. I was 16 years old. I was like, wow. Like, after the second one, I was like, if he gave him one more, there's no way he'd be able to kick out. And he did, and then he pinned him, and he really actually pinned him. That was a 3 count.
Yeah.
And I actually started believing in body slams again.
Well, they hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, they hurt.
But it's just the thing. If you do something and just like keep doing it all over and over again, and then it's like you just have this finishing move is the only thing that could beat this person, then it becomes everything's like why is the move that he uses before this bigger than the move he actually finishes him with?
Well, last week or the week before, they had 2 matches. They had all the big finishing moves, but they took them with a roll up.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
Yeah. And a roll up, it's a move. It's a pinning move.
That's a good move.
But you have all these big finishers, and they're not happening. Come on.
No. Yeah, we talked about
That's
this.
a lot on independent wrestling. A lot of times they hit him with a whole bunch of finishers, and the finishers will roll up. So yeah, it's kind of like
Well, there's just too many kickouts. Like God, really another one, another one.
Speaking of kickouts, like, I have on my notes. Alberto Del Rio did kick out at 1, which I'm so tired of 1, 2, and them kicking out all the time. But this one, this one he kicked out at 1 because it was the first cover of the match, and you should. Yeah. So if it's the first cover of the match and he hasn't done enough damage, you should be able to kick out at 1.
Yeah,
and he did. I like that. That was good.
Also, it's good how he works the arm so well. Alberto Del Rio to set him up for his finisher. He's very good with his arm.
Oh, Del Rio is just flawless in my opinion. He's one of the best. I really like Del Rio. He can't do any wrong. There you go. That's my opinion.
I have an opinion.
Yes. Okay.
On kickouts, for example.
Yes.
You go to pin somebody and the shoulder goes up and it's a kick out. However, the guy's still on top of him. Hold him down again.
Yeah.
Do something to really get on top of him for a pin because that kick out means nothing. So you raise the shoulder width. So you take him down again and you do it again.
Yeah.
Because they all do the same thing. That's a kick out. So the guy gives up and he gets up. Why get up? You already got him down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just to stretch the match out and do more stuff. So I don't know.
On the good during the match, Big Show does come out because of the whole non-contact clause, and he's just watching. But I don't know if you guys noticed this. I've never seen this from Alberto Del Rio. I'm sure he's done it before and at Mexico, but he pulled off a beautiful moonsault.
Yes, he did.
Like flawlessly. And he's like 6'4", about 6'4".
Yeah.
He's a big guy, and he did that like without effort.
That's why I say
he actually
really
did 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was nice. I really liked the arm breaker. He was sitting on the ropes, and then Sheamus went to like knock him down, and he held onto his arm and gave him like the cross arm breaker like over the ropes, but they had to break it because it's illegal. They give him a 5 count. That was a really nice spot and really well done. It looked like he was really trying to push him off, and he surprised him with that. Sheamus was trying to push off Alberto Del Rio, and he surprised him.
Yeah.
That was good.
Some of that stuff was good. Definitely good. Big Show at the end. He didn't. Did he come in the ring? I had a note, but I don't think.
Well, yeah, I don't. Well, there he is.
Did he come in at the end?
I did have a note on here. Something another thing that's very, very rarely done that Shannnon, the trainer, would be speaking on. Then would be I don't know, Rick, if you saw this too. I'm sure you did. Where it was a really nice false finish. Alberto Del Rio gave him that kick to the head where he slaps his leg. It sounded really good. And then as he was pinning him, I'm going to use a visual here. He's like shaking, like you think that could be it. Like Alberto Del Rio, when he's holding him, he's shaking, and the rest like counting, and then Sheamus's legs are shaking 1, 2, and then at the very last second he kicks out. They do that in Japan a lot.
Yes.
And it really means a lot because you actually think, well, is this a finish or not?
Yeah, that was a beautiful kick. I mean, the timing, how he jumped up to kick him because he was sitting on the ropes, right, on that one.
It's more believable, I think, out of all the matches is, and like Del Rio, the cost effective of the slaps, the noises, the hits, the punches, everything he does.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was that tall though. I didn't know.
Yeah, he's about 6'4".
Yeah, I was gonna say 6'3", I believe, but he's just really good.
I thought he was like 5'8".
What was weird was that they had him tap out, which is something they normally don't do, and that was a really like that sharpshooter just didn't look like his feet. He didn't have his feet really hooked. I mean, he should have cinched in, like a la Bret Hart.
I liked how he actually sold, though. He's trying to pull his knee pad down, like he's going to try to do something to him, and then he just starts tapping. I mean, I really thought that was well done by him because you think he's going to do something.
I wasn't sure where he was going with that knee pad, though. I don't know what it's up
like desperation.
That was a desperation move,
Very Alberto Del Rio. He's phenomenal.
Yes,
I mean, he comes from a fantastic family. I mean, he was born into wrestling.
Yeah.
And a lot of oftentimes it's like they're able to take, like Randy Orton was able to take stuff from his father, use the good stuff, take out the bad stuff, and then like develop this character where he's way more popular than his father ever was. Where it's like, I don't know if Alberto Del Rio will ever be as popular as Mio Mascaras. That's not his father.
But it's the different times and flow of the stage of the game.
You're exactly right.
And that's the way it is.
That's exactly right, because you didn't have the audience worldwide back then.
Though I must say, this Sonny was much better than Sonny from WWE.
Sonny from WWE.
Of course.
Who's that?
I don't know.
See, we don't even know who she is.
We don't anymore, do we? But you know what I'm saying. She's WWE. I was Glow.
No, but what you're saying, it's a different world. You don't have the exposure. You don't have the exposure back then you have now with the Ortons, for example.
Yeah.
You know, those people, or any of them for a matter. You know, I mean, even
the Hart family.
The Hart family, or the Guerreros from point A.
Absolutely. You know. And Mondo, we love.
Yeah.
We love
I do remember seeing, as a boy on Looney Tunes, they had Mio Mascaras on Looney Tunes on Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
Did you know him? Personally?
Well, I mean, we did some shows with him. He actually, I think I told you this before, he took a shower with his mask on.
Did you ever see him without his mask?
No, I didn't.
He looks like Del Rio.
Oh, he does?
Facially. Very, very, very similar. He's a very good-looking guy.
Wow.
But
Am I a good-looking guy?
Yeah. So handsome.
Rick, am I a good-looking guy?
No. Not even close. I was going to say that Mil Mascaras used to train at the World Gym with me. He didn't wear his mask in there. And he had a decent body. In the gym, he looked like a normal guy, but in the ring, he always looked huge. But he wasn't huge. But he would suck his waist in so much. And it would be way back in his chest out.
They pull the pants up past the belly button.
He did.
Like Pee Wee Herman.
He did, but I don't know many guys that can suck their waist in like he did. It was way in there. Like
he had some gigantic calves, though. He had some phenomenal calves.
But some of the guys look like that in the ring. You get them outside the ring, they're much smaller.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
The
incredible.
lights. But Mascaras always looked huge. Yeah. Huge, but he wasn't. He
was in person. Yeah, he was. He
certainly knew a lot of moves.
Oh yeah.
And that's why Del Rio, the family.
Del Rio's good. Just point blank.
But it all runs down the family. You know, it's just the way it is.
And like with The Rock, and look at his own.
He really made the transition to a lot of the lucha guys can't transition to the American style, but I mean, he did it right when he came in, he did it like effortlessly. So.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to learn Spanish. So how would you rate the show, Patricia?
I would say a 7 again.
Really?
I'll stick with a 7, just because of Del Rio.
Is that your lucky number or something?
Yes, it is. 2.
My lucky number is 2. And how would you rate it, sweet lady, Princess
I would rate it, what we would take your looks, which is a 10, and divide that by 2, which would be a 5 for the show. A 10 for her looks, a 5 for the show.
That totally makes no sense to me. Why do you even bring him?
I don't know. Because he was just there. He was
in the car.
He had nothing to do today.
He looks like a vagrant.
Doesn't he?
No, I shaved. How could I?
He was mowing the lawn. He was like out mowing the lawn.
Wait. One at a time. You guys are going over each other. I can't even hear. They don't know who's talking on iTunes because it's all voices. Yeah. All right. What were you going to say? Your rating.
My rating, I would say I thought it was a terrible show. Yeah. I thought it really bad. And I'd say 3.
I'll give it a 3 too.
Yeah.
Because too many of the matches were bad.
Yeah, nothing special happened the entire night. It was a very flat show. Nothing.
I just rated Del Rio 7.
Hey, that's your opinion.
That's right.
You can do that.
You're entitled to it.
You're entitled to it.
Plus, also they had Sheamus up so big. I mean, it's like that should be more for the pay-per-view where he gets his comeuppance, and but he was up so high. It's like
what was the word you used?
It's comeuppance.
Comeuppance. Yeah.
What is that?
Comeuppance, like you're Marissa has the definition.
Do you have the dictionary?
Do you have the
Is that a word?
Wait.
It means, you'll get what you deserve in the end.
Yeah.
Wow, she's on top.
Thank you.
All right.
Is that one of those inbred phrases?
Yeah.
That you guys use back there?
I think it's a hyphen in there, I think.
All right.
Marissa, does it have a hyphen in there?
No, I don't think so.
Well, all right, that's the show. All right, let's go. Let's move on. Where are we going to find you?
Sunny Glow say, boy, am I, it's a dizzy day. Facebook, Twitter, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me blog. You can find me on Stage 32. By the way, Patricia Summerland.
Okay, Ballards?
Don't ask him. He's mowing the lawn next Saturday.
All right, then you can speak for him.
Okay, I'll speak for him.
I have a job for you.
Okay, hold on. Let me go.
Okay. On Friday, December 14th, we will be up in Northern California for Big Time Wrestling. And then on Saturday, we will be receiving tons and tons of awards for Vendetta Pro Wrestling. We were nominated for 4 or 5 of them, which we'll probably get about 0. But we should get at least 1 for Tag Team of the Year. And then we're just going to take some time off for Christmas, and he's actually going to start doing some cardio so he can lose his belly.
Good.
And then
wait a minute, I thought we were going to go see the Christmas lights.
We are.
Supposed to show. You forgot.
You guys missed skating. So that's set. So we're taking December off.
All right. You can find me, I'm Ric Drasin. You can find me at ricdrasin.com, rickscorner.com. On December 24th, I'll be at actorsentertainment.com. I'm interviewing a Chinese star, martial arts star for them at, I believe it's 4 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. And other than that, you'll find us here next week on AfterBuzz TV's SmackDown After Show at 3:30. So be sure and tune in for us.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.